Hey guys, what's up? So today's video is my July TBR and my August wrap up. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's my July wrap up and my August TBR. This month I read a total of 6 books, which is not bad at all. So the first book I read was The Wrath in the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. And this is the 1001 Nights retelling about a caliph or king who gets a new bride every day because at dawn they all die. So a girl decides to be the caliph's next wife in hopes of avenging the death of her best friend. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 3.5 stars out of 5. After that, I read The Iron Daughter by Julie Kagawa, and this is the second book in the Iron Fae series, which follows a girl named Megan, and she finds out on her 16th birthday that she's actually half fairy, and she's like the daughter of this prince or king in this fairy land. And I unfortunately had to give this a 2.5 out of 5 because I got really annoyed with the main character, and I got really annoyed with the two main male characters, and obviously it's kind of hard to enjoy a book when you I wouldn't say despise, if you're annoyed with the, main characters in the book. So yeah, I'm probably still going to be continuing on with this series, however, because there's only like 2 more books and I kind of want to see where the story goes. Next book is one that I actually own, and it is Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma, and I've actually filmed a review on it, non-spoilers. So if you haven't read this book and you're interested on hearing my thoughts about it, I will leave the link down below in the description box. So this book is about 2 siblings that fall in love, and that is basically all you need to know. I gave it a 4.5 stars out of 5. I really enjoyed it, and I might have shed a tear or 2. After that, I read another book that I own. Wow, look at me cracking down on my TBR shelf. So anyways, that book was Oblivion by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is the first book in the Lux series, Obsidian, told in the main character's point of view, Damon. And I honestly was not a fan of Damon in a lot of the books, especially the 3rd, 4th, and 5th book, just because he was a little bit overprotective and just kind of an asshole. But I actually really enjoyed this one because I did enjoy him as a character in the first book. And then I read Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, and this is the 4th book in the Throne of Glass series. I gave it a 4 out of 5. Selena in this book was I just really saw how bitchy she was, and she was just like, had this kind of attitude, and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm like so much better than everyone, like I'm like the best assassin in all of a darling, like bow down to me now, I am Selena. Like, she just had a really bad attitude, and I just got really annoyed. And I also really got annoyed with the main love interest in this book. If you've read this book, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, got really annoyed by him, and obviously can't really enjoy a book when you don't like the main characters, so I give it a 4 out of 5. The last book I read this month I actually finished today, and that was Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare, and this took me like almost 2 weeks to finish this book. Kind of disappointed me, not gonna lie. As y'all know, that is the first book in the Dark Artifices, which is like the next Shadowhunter book that Cassandra Clare is writing, and I've been waiting to read this book for like 4 years. Ever since she announced that she was making this series, I have been waiting. And as you guys might know, the Infernal Devices is my favorite series of all time, so I kind of kept comparing this book to that series, and it just kind of fell flat. I gave it like a 3.5, 4 out of 5. I think I'm gonna be reviewing this book. It's probably gonna be like my next video on this channel. But one of the things that really picked up this book for me was the fact that it had so many references to the Infernal Devices, and there was a couple of cameos from some of the characters that are featured in that series, so I really enjoyed that. So on to my August TBR. I might stick to this list. I might stray away from it. Who knows with me? But I've realized that I am not really reading a lot of non-young adult books. That is basically all I read. So I decided to at least once a month kind of branch out and read one non-young adult book. Especially since I have so many like fiction, like non-young adult fiction and like non-fiction books on my shelf. I even have some Spanish books that I really need to get to reading. So I decided that I am not gonna buy any more books or check out any more books from the library until I have finished my TBR shelf, because even though my shelf isn't as bad as a lot of people's, I still don't like the fact that a lot of the books on my bookcase I haven't read. So my non-young adult pick for this month is Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and it's a classic book which I've been meaning to get to for a really long time, and school starts in like 2 weeks, so I really want to read it before school starts, so that way I have time to, you know, study and really enjoy this book. Next book I want to read, I'm not gonna like try and like really force myself to read this month because like I said, school is starting and I'm taking a couple of AP classes, so I'm not gonna really have a lot of time to read anymore, which is really sad. Next two books that I want to read. The first one is Falling into Place by Amy Zhang. This is just like a little contemporary novel that I want to read since I am going to the beach on Sunday, so I'll have a little beach read, so when I'm, you know, going to the beach, when I'm driving there, and when I'm driving back, and when I'm also at the beach, I have something to kind of entertain me. And I also want to read An Ember in the Ashes by Sabat Zahir. I might actually take this to the beach instead. I don't know yet, but I want to read it this month because I heard a lot of great things about it. I actually lied, those aren't the only books I want to read this month, but I need to finish reading Hate List by Jennifer Brown. I have been, you know, meaning to read this book, or finish reading it. I started reading it like 3 months ago, and it kind of got boring, so I put it down and I never picked it up again. It just got really boring after a certain point, but it's about a boy named Nick who actually shoots up his school, and he had this hate list, which was a list of people that he hated, and a lot of the people on that list were actually targeted in the shooting, and it's about his girlfriend and his ex-girlfriend, I guess, and how she's dealing with the fact that she actually helped curate this list and how she's dealing with the aftermath. Anyways, that is all for the little video. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you like this video, like the video and subscribe. You don't have to, but I mean, if you want to, you can. I also have a Twitter account, by the way. I don't know if I ever like mentioned this in a video, but I made a Twitter account for this YouTube channel because I used to have one, but it's kind of personal. But anyways, so I made a Twitter for my account. It's at Nilkita Reads. I will leave a link to it in the description bar, and it's always gonna be there from now on. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next. Bye!